Hi there, I'm Sharon Lightfoot Pound. I'm from movewell.us, author of the booklet Move Well, Core Exercises and Posture Tips for Health, that I co-authored with physical therapist Suzanne Lynch, who's based in Seattle, and I'm here based as a movement educator in Auckland, New Zealand. So today we're focusing actually on the shoulders, how to organize them, and how to strengthen the muscles around the shoulders and that all important rotator cuff that connects your arm bone to the shoulder blade and the back and keeps it in the socket. So we're going to look at that, and we've got some exercises with a stretchy band that we're going to use, a resistance band I'm going to be tying onto the doorknob there. And first though, we'll look at how one way that we might organize our shoulders. So just giving you a little side view. So one of the ways is to shrug the shoulder up, slightly circle it back and down, and then just make sure that you haven't popped the ribs forward, and just bring the ribs back so that the ribs at the back are going to be sitting against the shoulder blade. So you don't want your ribs all the way forward. You want to have them back until you feel the connection of your shoulder blade at the back. And then something that I see sometimes that people do is they roll open, circle down, and then proceed to roll it forward again. So we want to see if we can make a better position, if that's what's needed. So it's shrug the shoulder up, circle it up, down the back, feel the shoulder blade slightly coming down the back, but not jamming it down, not pushing it back too far. So it's just a very subtle thing. One more time. Up and slightly down at the back, feeling broad across the collarbones, and maybe a little bit more connection of that shoulder blade at the back. So that's sort of how we're going to be setting the shoulder blade. And now we're going to, and the shoulder joint, we're going to be coming up and tying on our resistance band to the door. So here we are, we're coming back by the door, and it's got a nice big handle. The height I like either around about waist height, or when I've got my elbow bent in that way, not too low. So we want it up, there, a little higher. So onto a doorknob, but make sure that your door is safe. Someone's not going to walk through the door and open into you and you topple. So just make sure that whatever you've got attached to, that the door's not going to fly open. And so the first one we're going to do is I'm going to use this arm that's close to you. So if I'm holding it in the right hand, which I am, and what I want to have is my left foot forward and my right foot back. So it's going to help us engage our core a little bit and stabilize. Your hips are going to face towards your door or your railing that you've got it attached to. The arm is going to be a little forward. Oh, and the color, I've got red today. If you need it a little easier, you have yellow. If you need it a little stronger, you can have green. But the key thing is setting that shoulder position. So again, we're going to shrug it up, circle it back and down. The shoulder blade's just sliding down the back a little bit, and then maybe just bringing those lower ribs slightly into the body, long through your spine. And from this position, with the right amount of tension, you're going to have pulling it back. See if you can have the right amount of tension that you can pull it back a little bit behind and then control it forward. So you want to keep your wrist really straight. So as you come under load, often the wrist wants to kink, and just make sure that it maintains its nice straight position, and that you feel that as you pull back, it will help you stabilize those muscles around the back of the shoulder blade, give you a little stretch at the front. That was 3, and we're going to do 10 today. Now, obviously you could do more, but this is a good starting point. And we're up to about 6. And control it forward if you can. That's going to make you stabilize. We didn't talk about it, but also pull up through the navel a little bit. And one more. All right. Then from there, we're going to draw the elbow back at a right angle. So upper arm bone straight, but it's going to actually pull back a little bit behind you. Lower arm bone sort of parallel to the floor. And from here, again, brace, slightly drawing the lower belly in and up, long through the spine. Roll and open that shoulder out. Feel the connection to the back, the ribs back to the shoulder blade. And from here, keep this upper arm still, slightly drawn back behind the body. And then see if you can straighten the arm without kinking the wrist again. And this is to feel the back of the arm, the tricep muscle, Lots of women my age complain about the back of the arm. Well, here's a good one for us. And that's 4. And we're going to do controlled again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, then the third part of the sequence is you then turn and face, so your the band is coming in front of you. Enough room that you're not so close that the band's going to squeeze onto your body, so you have to step back a little bit from the band. Again, tall through the spine. This time you've got your arm just beside you, not too far out, not squished into your side. Roll and open that shoulder, bring the ribs back to the shoulder blade at the back, slightly sliding down but not jamming down. And from here, the right amount of tension that you can then rotate the arm out. And again, it's rotating from the rotator cuff muscles. This is where you want to feel it around the back of the shoulder blade of the arm that's turning out. That was 3, 4, 5, control back, 6. So if we control back, that's going to make it more strength building. 8, I think, 9, and 10. And if we wanted to add a little bit more low, we could just keep it turned out and hold for a few breaths. So that's going to be a stationary kind of hold with the muscles working. All right, then gradually release. So then we need to change into the other side. So holding it in the left hand, you're going to have the right leg forward and the left leg back, your hips squared to your door or your railing. Setting the shoulders, rolling them out, a little bit down the back, ribs into the body a little bit. Slightly engage your core, just a light drawing in from the lower abdomen towards the navel. The other arm, find that comfortable position where you keep the shoulders in position so that as you pull back, try not to let the shoulder roll forward in any way. And if possible, you've got the right tension that as you pull back, you can pull it a little bit behind the body. So then we've got a 3, 4, and if it's hard, you can always breathe out on the hard part of it, but see if you can control back. And we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we've got the bent elbow one, which works the back of the arm. So this is, if you need to, you could slide down the strap a little bit. I'll show you this. This is what the back arm is doing. It's going to be in that right angle, slightly pulled back, front of the shoulder open, and then from there, what happens is you straighten the band, keep that wrist straight for another. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this time you're going to get the back view of me doing the external rotation of now the left arm. So here I come on the back. And again, set those shoulders open, bring the ribs back to the shoulder blade, and from here you're going to turn it's basically just your upper arm bone turning out, keeping the wrist straight. And we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there you have it. Some exercises to help strengthen the connection of your arm into the shoulder socket. Some things for our rotator cuff. So have a great day and happy shoulders.